don't know about you, but the start of this year has really tired me out. I don't know whether it's just because the weather has been grey and it's been raining pretty constantly in the UK for the last 2 months. I haven't been outside as much as I really like to. I haven't got out in my garden as much as I wanted. And you may be feeling the same. You haven't been able to do some of those activities outside that you really enjoy, that fill you up and make you feel good inside. I haven't seen as much of the sun recently either. It's been behind grey clouds, and for many of us that translates to our mood too. But it's now getting to a point where the first signs of spring are starting to appear. And for me, I'm on holiday this week, and just taking some time out to rest around this time of year, it's been really valuable for me. I've never done it before. I've never taken some time off in February before, but this is feeling like a really healthy thing for me. That actually, towards the end of winter and just before spring, taking some time just to rest, to reflect on the past few months, feels very, very nice. I think that for many of us, the winter can feel like a bit of a marathon, can't it? It can feel like we're just getting through day by day. And it's a real struggle. For many of us, we're looking forward to that spring coming, for more daylight, for more sunshine, for warmer weather, and the leaves to come back on the trees, the flowers to bloom again. But actually getting through that winter period is a real skill. It's a real art to knowing your limits, knowing that actually winter is a time for rest. It's a time for recovery, for reflection, to then go into the spring, into the new season with lots of energy stored up to grow. And for me, I found that actually I feel quite drained. I don't necessarily feel like I have that energy for spring yet. I'm sure it will come, and I'm sure it will come for you too. But what are some things that we can look at doing to really enhance our spring this year? Well, firstly, I think taking time to rest has got to be one of the most important things that we can do. As I said, I'm taking some rest this week, and I didn't realise how much I needed it until I did. We find ourselves often in these cycles of just low mood, of feeling a bit flat when the weather is bad. But not feeling bad about not doing as much in those times, about just taking some time to rest, to slow down, to perhaps do some of the things that we enjoy, that are slow hobbies, things that maybe get left behind a little bit in the summer when we can go outside and enjoy the weather. Those indoor hobbies, rather than just sitting and writing on our phones, which is very easy to do, and I'm probably just as guilty of that as you are, but actually putting some of that time into creative pursuits that we enjoy as well as just resting, I find can be such a lift in those times. And as we look forward to spring, what can we be doing to make sure we're in as good a place mentally, physically, spiritually as we can be? And I find that exercise, if you can continue to do some form of exercise through the winter months, that is going to stand you in very, very good stead for spring. And even if you haven't been exercising over the winter so far, take this video as your sign to start. Prepare yourself for those coming months, and it will really help to energize you doing some form of exercise, keeping your body moving, keeping your body healthy over that winter period. I tend to find for myself that getting in the gym and lifting weights is the best form of exercise for me in the winter, because naturally I tend to eat more. I've been stuffing my face with cheese this week, and yeah, you tend to put on a few pounds, don't you? But actually, doing that in conjunction with the gym, where I'm actively trying to put on muscle, having a bit of a calorie surplus is fine. It's great. So I don't need to worry about it too much. And then as spring comes, the weather warms up again, and we have a bit more daylight. Well, I'll get out for some runs. I'll go for more walks than I have been, and that will help to shed those extra few pounds and immerse myself in nature a little more that way. But you will find what works for you. But I would really encourage you, if you don't exercise at the moment, or if you've been perhaps fallen off what you've been doing, get back into it. Get back into it. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a small step, 5 minutes per day, whether that's doing some push-ups and pull-ups, or perhaps going for a short walk or a short jog. Just 5 minutes a day is all you really need to keep you ticking over as we go into this spring period. But I also mentioned the mental and the physical side of things. How can we look after our minds in this time? Well, rather than just rotting on our phones, which is far too easy to do, and I do it all the time, but I also actively try and spend time reading and journaling, because I find that is a very useful method for me to stimulate my brain in a different and perhaps probably more healthy way than just scrolling on social media. So I try that too. Just 5 minutes a day of reading a couple of pages of a book, and perhaps journal for just an A5 page. You'll find that to be really, really beneficial to your overall state, your overall well-being, your overall mental frame, because it can help you put some new ideas into your mind, but also it can help to get some of those stagnant ones out, some of those thoughts that just continue to spiral around in our heads. They come out on the page as we journal, and helps us to identify some of those perhaps lingering negative thought patterns a bit easier than when they're just flicking around in our minds. So give those a try. Take some time to rest. Get back into some creative pursuits again. Read, journal, and don't forget to do just a little bit of daily exercise as well alongside those. So if you want to find out more about building some of these really good habits into your life to take you from a place where you perhaps feel exhausted or burnt out, maybe even a little lost in life, then check out the links in the description. There's a short ebook there, and also a full 10-week course on how to build these into your life, how to start to identify with a new version of yourself that takes care of all of these different elements of your health and well-being, but in a sustainable way. Isn't going to take over your life completely and require you to be in the gym for 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, and to be reading a book a week and all of that kind of stuff. Is, to me, that change never lasts, because it's too much too quickly. We need to build ourselves up slowly and sustainably, and that's actually what gets you the lasting change that you're looking for. So as I say, if that sounds of interest to you, check out the links in the description below. And until next time, take care. God bless.